Hi guys, I quickly had to turn this into a part 2 because someone knocked on my door to tell me that, do you know all of the windows in your car are wide open and it's pouring down with rain? I explained I have ADHD and if the doors on my car and the boot are shut, then it's a bonus. So where did we get to? Part 2 of embarrassing things. I constantly feel guilty resting even when I'm burnt out. Yes. I've done a podcast about it. We feel so guilty. We try and rest and then we feel guilty about resting and then we think of the things we should be doing. So even when we're resting, it's not actually resting. It's a guilt rest. It's absolutely shit. Next, I brought planners, notebooks, apps, systems that I've put in place, whiteboards and organisation tools, like they were going to magically fix my entire personality, and felt like my life was ending when they didn't. Yes, we've all been there, spent hundreds on new hyperfixations and new wardrobes and things that were going to fix our whole entire life, and they didn't. If I had £1 for every £1 that I spent. I can spend all day thinking about doing something but still never doing it, and it's more painful thinking about it. Yes, I can put off something all day and feel so scared about making a phone call that I could have made and it would have been over in 2 minutes if I just made it. What the fuck is that all about? Next, bloody hell, there's loads of it. Thank you so much for giving me so much information, guys. I'm secretly so glad that I'm not alone. Sometimes I avoid people I actually love because my brain feels too overwhelmed to socially function properly. Yes. Once I didn't go to family gatherings for about a decade, and that's no word of a lie. I've done a podcast about it, and the first one I went to was my mum's hen party. Plot twist, she got married to my actual dad. But yes, completely get it. And everyone said, we haven't seen you for a decade. And I was like, yes, I was disassociating. Next, I've let simple tasks pile up for so long that they've become emotionally horrifying, and I might move house because I've become a hoarder. Yes. I've seen them hoarders programs, and I'm pretty sure that most of the hoarders are actually neurodivergent. I could actually diagnose them. So you are not alone. Next, my brain can turn one tiny mistake into a full identity crisis within seconds. I also think every time I receive a text, it's my husband breaking up with me. Yes. Although the husband thing, I would be glad because I am patriotically single, but completely understand. Every time someone, even my friends or my mum, texts me saying, I need to talk to you, I say, please don't say that, because even if I'm on an airplane, I will jump out of the window and call you back because I'm worried that your head has fallen off or I've done something horrifically wrong to upset you. So yes, I completely get that. I forget things literally whilst I'm doing. Yes. When you run upstairs and you're doing something and you forget and your brain has to reboot. Yes. And yes again. Another one. I couldn't even make it up. Sometimes overstimulation makes me irrationally angry and then I feel awful afterwards. Do you know what? This really resonates with me, especially when my children were little. I had 3 of them all at once and they would all be so overstimulated, all being neurodivergent and absolutely nuts. And I would be irrationally angry because I was overwhelmed. I know I'd have a meltdown and then I would feel so awful, and the guilt still wakes me up at 4:32 of how I shouted at them when they were all standing on top of a wardrobe jumping off once. So yeah, I get that. I've had emotional breakdowns because there are too many noises happening. Yes, very much like the above. I genuinely don't think neurotypical people understand how exhausting it is to manually force your brain through basic daily life. Yeah, I don't think neurotypical people get me at all. I think that they think that ADHD or AuDHD is forgetting your keys, when it's actually forgetting to piss and wee yourself. I can hyper focus on the wrong thing for 9 hours while the important thing rots in the corner. Yes, as long as it's not feeding your kids, then do it. If it's feeding your kids, I completely understand, but stop hyper focusing. Sometimes my executive function dysfunction gets so bad that even deciding what to eat feels emotionally overwhelming, and it can make me cry. 6,000,000%. I know people with ADHD that eat the same dinners every day just so they don't have to cry whilst making it. So I completely understand. I know this podcast is getting quite long. I think I should stop and maybe make a part 3. Let's do a few more and then we'll stop. Okay, I've convinced myself my whole life that I'm lazy, and it's took me into massive tailspins of depression, but I know that logically something deeper is happening, but I can't forgive myself. Yeah, I think we've all been told we're lazy or been made to feel lazy, especially us late diagnosed people. So I completely understand that. You are not lazy. You are not lazy. Your brain just works different ways and you need new strategies. So you're not lazy. There are days when my brain feels like 47 browser tabs playing different sounds simultaneously and I can't bear it. Yeah, I also understand that. Let's have one more. Sometimes I feel emotionally younger than everybody around me, and it's hard not to feel ashamed. Yes, it's hard not to feel ashamed of that. Yes, and yes. I literally done a TikTok the other day about how I am in charge of 4, sometimes 5 people's and dogs and cats and whatever hyperfixation my children have developed at that time. And I have forgot my train of thought. And I feel like a teenager trapped in an adult 40-year-old greying perimenopausal woman's body. So I completely understand that. Okay, I have so many more and I won't go on, but I do feel like if you want a part 3, please shout out and I will read the rest, because you guys have been amazing producing these for me. And maybe you've made someone feel less alone. So I thank you profusely. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sharing. Always. You're amazing.